We are getting ready for another camping adventure, and this one is a bit of a surprise for Stanley. I hope he'll like it. And I'll explain things later when we're going this weekend, so that means next weekend you'll see the video. Meantime, I'm preparing, and I thought I would take you along and show you just how we're getting ready for this camping adventure. So one of the things I've decided is we'll take along our cooler fridge, and Stanley made me put ice packs in it, even though I don't think we'll need them. What you can do with this fridge is you can set it, there's a fridge compartment and a freezer compartment. So this is the freezer side, it's always already at -3. And this one, the fridge side, I'm bringing down to -3. So actually I set this a few minutes ago and it's already down to 8. It was 33, I think, something like that. And so then I'll just put whatever food we want to keep cold into the fridge, because the place that we're going camping is off-grid. Off-grid, that means no electricity and no running water. So we will take our big water jugs. But here's something I also found out this week. And that is I purchased a fan that attaches to the power pack of my hand drill. So here's the fan. Let's see, I already had this power pack here, which attaches to my hand drill and my sander. And then I went online and I found out what fans were available. If you have a power pack, you have to match it up with the particular unit that you're going to use. Like I can't use Milwaukee or Makita. Stanley has 2 Makitas, but they won't fit on this because the design is different. Every brand supports itself. So that's on setting 3, 1. So we'll be using this probably wherever we're going to be sleeping. Now that's the first number 1 setting, and it's really nice. And I don't know how to illustrate this, but would this blow this cloth? Yeah, there you go. So that's the first setting. It's a nice gentle setting and it's quiet. Let's turn it up to 3. Oh yeah. 3 is like a strong clothesline blow. Yeah. And of course the higher setting you have it at, the more power it's going to use out of your power pack. So that's one thing. Or maybe there's 2 things. Let's turn it off. So we're taking that, plus I have a little tiny flat fan I'm going to use. Now because we're off grid and I'm cooking meals or setting up meals for the first night, so that it doesn't matter if our fridge cools off or, as Stanley says, warms up. So what I've got here is pre-cooked potatoes with some spices, and then I'm going to wrap this all up so we'll be able to just use it as a foil pack on the fire, because we will be able to have a fire. And these are some steaks, strip loin steaks, that I've been marinating for a couple of days. And I'm going to wrap them up into foil later on, individually, the 2. This one we're going to eat tonight. And so it's marinated. Gosh, it's in soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, crushed garlic, salt and pepper, of course, and a few other spices. They recommended, oh yes, mustard, and I mixed all that together, put it in a Ziploc bag, put my meat in flat so that I could also turn it over, because the marinade tends to settle, obviously, gravity doing its work. And I just turned it every now and again. It said marinate up to 48 hours, and that'll be fine. That'll be 48 hours. So all of this is going to go into our fridge cooler. Plus, I also have dry food container. I have these. We're going to try these out. These are ready-made meals, and you simply boil in the kettle, which we'll be able to do on the fire, or we'll have our butane stove with us. But you boil them, boil the water, that is. Open it up, put the water in, stir it up, wait a certain amount of minutes for everything to absorb. Hear that? It's all like freeze-dried. So this is the Alfredo, noodles and beef, and teriyaki chicken. So we're going to try those out, and that'll be our second night. That way we don't have to worry about or think about things being kept cold. We are going to have some cold meats. Here's my preparation table. And this is my preparation room. All the camping stuff. So, that's us now getting ready. And Stanley is out getting some refreshments. Which usually means a little beer and wine. I can't drink wine. I can drink vodka. As I've aged, my body just doesn't tolerate wine anymore. So, but it's nice to have a little refreshment, and we never go overboard. That's our personal choice. I don't like that feeling. Anyways, yeah, and I'm going to dice up some fruit and some avocado. Maybe not dice up the avocado because they can go brown once the air starts hitting them. But food, get the food ready. We'll pack it in the last bit before we leave on Sunday. And it's an hour and a bit drive northwest of where we live. So, and as I said, it's a surprise for Stanley. So he knows we're going camping, of course. But it's just a little bit different. Being off-grid is a little bit different. I just hope that we can stay warm enough at night when we're sleeping and cool enough during the day. So, and he's actually been going through some cancer treatments. He's got some cancer cells on his head and some on his face. And so we have been applying this chemo cream. And we did his cheek and behind the ears. That was 2 weeks application, then you have 2 weeks off. Now he's back on to the 2 weeks application up top. We finished those 2 weeks. Now he does the Vaseline treatment to help the skin heal. And then we have to do spots on the top of his head. And while we're doing all this, he's developed the new one in the, what do they call that? That little thing that they, sideburns. That's it, sideburns. See? As a senior, eventually if you wait, something will come back to you. So that's us getting ready. And I can't wait. It's always great to be out. So you'll see that video next weekend. Cheers.